Hey, this is Keith coming to you from the Yosemite Gateway Motel, uh, overlooking Mono Lake, which looks like that picture there. And welcome to the video journal of my thru hike of the John Muir Trail, which starts tomorrow. Today is June 22nd, 2022, and my plan is to give you a minute or two on video, give you and myself to kind of document what we did that day, the highs, the lows, how I'm feeling, kind of how many miles we did, and what we saw that day. Try to keep it to the 1 to 2 minute range. Like I said, we start tomorrow. We drive up to Tuolumne Meadows to the Lyle Canyon trailhead and get started. We got about 10 miles planned tomorrow. So right now we're just, Kyle and I are sitting here in our motel, filled with anticipation and excitement about getting started. All right, day one, hiking is in the books. We hiked about 11 miles. We hiked from Tuolumne Meadows to just below Donahue Pass. We'll attack that pass first thing in the morning, about 2 miles up to the top of the pass. We're camped at 10,000 feet. We got a great water source here, as you can hear, and a few mosquitoes, but overall, great day. We both felt great. Feet are fine. Was pretty flat except for the last few miles. Started at about 8,600 feet and camping at 10,000. So tents are right down that path over there. Great tent site, and looking forward to tomorrow. All right, here we are, JMT day 2. And my first use of a selfie stick. Don't knock it till you tried it. I used to knock it a lot, actually. But this is pretty cool. So, yeah, day 2. We walked 11.7 miles today from just below Donahue Pass and ended up at this beautiful Garnet Lake. Just amazing. We saw all kinds of scenery like this today. Past several lakes, over Donahue Pass, over Island Pass. We're camped at about 10,000 feet right now, which is the same as last night. But we went over Donahue Pass, which is 11.2, and I think Island Pass is something like 10.5. And yeah, just a spectacular day. I'm feeling good. My feet are doing well. We still got the Leuco tape on that I initially put on to help prevent blisters. They still feel good. The main event today is that Kyle broke one of his hiking poles, and we'll be at Red's Meadow tomorrow. He may take the shuttle into Mammoth to a sporting goods store there and get some new hiking poles. So we'll see what happens. Maybe someone will have an extra pole in the hiking, it's called the hiker's box, where they put extra stuff that you can take. But we'll be doing that. Look forward to waking up to the sunrise and this gorgeous lake. All right, day 3. It was a tough day. We did 17 miles. Luckily, quite a bit of it was downhill. But we ended up here at Red's Meadow, and we really wanted to push it to get here because we ate there in that cafe, and I had a double cheeseburger and a beer and some fresh fruit, and it was amazing. I just got out of the shower about 10 minutes ago. And we've got a whole load of laundry going it's actually in the dryer now, so everything except a couple of items are in the dryer. But 17 miles was tough. So we're ready for a good night's sleep. We saw some great scenery at some of the upper lakes. We started at Garnett Lake and ended up at Red's Meadow. So we're going to get a good night's sleep. We're going to go right back to that spot, to that cafe for a breakfast burrito. And then over in that general store, we're going to resupply with some backpacking dinners. We need about 5 days of food to get us to the next resupply. So we'll do that in the morning, and then we'll head out. Okay, we're here at the end of day 4, and we're a little giddy. Linda told me to... Kyle is enjoying his hot sauce. Is it hot, Kyle?
Highly recommended. It'll change your life.
He added just a little hot sauce, habanero hot sauce to his meal. He thought that was a good idea for some reason. After hiking 15 miles today, we're pretty tired. And Linda told me to have a different look on each of my night's summaries. So this is the mosquito netting look. Oh man. So yeah, it was a kind of a hard day of mostly uphill. We left Red's Meadow, had a nice pancake breakfast with eggs and sausage, and that was nice. And hiked all the way up here to Purple Lake and got a campsite just off the lake. Let's see, there's my tent there, and he's taking another bite. And anyway, great mountain in the background. So overall, a good day. We're pretty sore, but tomorrow we've promised ourselves we're only hiking 10 miles, not 15, not 17. So, all right, signing off. How's the meal there, Kyle?
I want some Oreos. Oh, this is hot.
Well, hello there. I'm coming to you from the beach of Silver Pass Lake. This is JMT Day 5 summary. We hiked 10 miles today from Purple Lake to this lake right here, Silver Pass Lake. And we got here about 3:30, which was fantastic. We were able to relax here on the beach. I went swimming, did some laundry. The water, as you can imagine, is very cold, but I'm glad I went in. It was refreshing and I feel clean. My clothes are clean, so that's always nice. So yeah, it was a really good day. The mileage felt comfortable. There was some difficult uphill going over Silver Pass, but my body felt good. Still not a single blister. Feet feel good. Legs sore, but manageable. My back is probably the worst, just carrying 35 pounds. A little bit sore. Mosquitoes are a bit of a challenge, but with enough DEET and our head net, it's not too bad. So yeah, overall good day. I'm actually we just surpassed today. This became my longest. Sorry, mosquitoes. My longest backpacking trip. We're at 65 miles. Previous record was 55 miles. So I have one other trip that's longer in days, which is 7 days. But yeah, so that's cool. And I'm starting to miss some things from home. Linda, miss you especially. Nice hot shower, glass of wine out on the patio and back, those kinds of things. Miss Ruth. So look forward to getting back, but got some trail ahead of us. All right, talk to you tomorrow. All right, day 6. We walked about 15 miles from Silver Pass Lake to just below Selden Pass. We're set up perfectly for an early morning ascent of Selden Pass. It's one of the major passes. I think this one's in the 11,000s, something like that. So we want to hit it early when it's cooler. All right, highs and lows of the day. The low was I got my shoes and socks wet today while hiking. Day 6, so not too bad, but it's kind of funny how it happened. So we come up to a river that we've got to strategically, decide how we're gonna step the stones across. And as I go to point to one of the stones that I think would be a good one, I've got my pole in my hand with the strap off, and I say, let's go to that one. And as I point to the rock, I throw my pole into the river. I don't know why, it just came out of my hand. And so we're both looking at ourselves like, what did you just do? So my pole is just there in the river, not really moving too much, but I figure I can go out and still not get my shoes and socks wet. But as I start to do that, it starts to shimmy and then turn like it's gonna go down river, and there's a little waterfall there. So in a split second, I thought, wet feet or lose a pole? And I quickly went with the wet feet, and I jumped in, ankle, calf high, retrieved my pole. And so that was the low, but it turned out fine. We were joking about it as we went on down the trail. High of the day, it was fun seeing some of the same people. We met a couple of guys 2 days ago at Red's Meadow, hadn't seen them since, and we ended up seeing them today. And then throughout the day, we were leapfrogging with them, where they would go up and then they'd rest, and we'd pass them, and we'd rest and they'd pass us. And so we just struck up a bunch of conversation. And they are they were both born in 1964, which is when Kyle and I were born. So we're the 64 Club is what we call ourselves. And so that was fun. And there was a couple other people that we had great conversations with, and as we're going down the trail, it makes time pass much easier, and makes for an enjoyable day. All right, summary of day 7, and to be honest, it's about 6 a.m. on day 8. I forgot to do the summary yesterday. But yesterday we hiked about 15 miles from Bear Creek to MTR, Muir Trail Ranch. We came in to pick up a bucket and our resupply buckets that we had sent here, and the lady said, hey, we've got a log cabin available. Do you want it? And we said, before she could basically end the sentence, we said, we had our credit cards out. It came with dinner last night, barbecue chicken, unbelievable, mashed baked potatoes, vegetables, amazing dessert. This morning, it will come with breakfast. It comes with access to this amazing hot spring, a cabin, access to showers. So we went for it. We're loving it. We're getting ready to have breakfast and go out in about an hour. But these are amazing. This is about 104 degrees. How is it, Kyle?
Unbelievably good.
Yeah. We are loving it here. We're roughing it, as one guy just said as we were walking, that got to know us at dinner. He says, oh, you're roughing it on the JMT. Yes, we are. All right, here we are. Summary of day 8. Once again, I forgot to do it in the evening, so this is actually the morning of day 9. But day 8 summary of the JMT. Just an amazing day. I think we walked 13, 14 miles from MTR, Muir Trail Ranch, to McClure Meadow, which is where I'm sitting now. Just an amazing meadow, river running through it, Evolution Creek. The most beautiful thing you've ever seen. The sunset last night was just fantastic. Sun shining on those mountains. So highlight of the day was just walking up the South Fork of the San Joaquin River. Really rushing. I mean, there was a series of some waterfalls and just a rushing river that was amazing. Got some great pictures there. We went across Evolution Creek, which is known as the most difficult, most dangerous river crossing. We did not have a big snow year this year, so this past winter, so it was fairly easy. It was calf deep, I guess, rushing pretty good, but no problem to get across. But that was pretty neat. And then coming up, Evolution Creek had some just beautiful scenery. And so finding this spot, stopping about 4:30 in the afternoon was great. Gave us some good time. We met some just great guys here camping very nearby us. Nick, who goes by Smokey, and Jackson, who goes by ACL. There's just some great guys. We had some good times talking last night as we hung out. That's it. Onward. All right. Day 9 of the JMT. Summary. I'll make it real simple. Here's the summary. Evolution Lake. We hiked 4 miles here. That's right. Just 4 miles. Got here at 10:30 a.m. We left from McClure Meadow. Got up here. We saw this and we thought, let's just stay here. So we've just been kicking back. Swam a couple of times. Did some reading, some napping, some eating. Mostly just enjoying this view. And we'll make up the miles tomorrow or the next day. But we're just taking this all in. So day 9 in the books. A few more hours of daylight that we'll enjoy, of course. But we'll be staying right here. In fact, my tent, I can almost reach out and touch my tent right on the lake. Can't beat it. Okay, it's just after dark on day 10. Coming to you from my tent. I'm cozied up in my sleeping bag. It's a little cool outside. We hiked 15 miles today from Evolution Lake down past the Bishop Pass intersection along the Kings River. Little campsite here. It's so-so. We're up in a grove of trees. It was kind of windy and cold. We just ate dinner and got in our tents. But the day was fantastic. We went over Muir Pass, which is 11,970 feet, which I believe sets a record for the highest I've ever been, not including in an airplane. And that record will surely be broken within the next few days, time and time again as we go over higher and higher passes and then culminate with Mount Whitney on the last day. But highlighted today had to be Muir Hut. At the top of Muir Pass is a hut that was built in 1938 by the Sierra Club, and it is to honor John Muir, who was the Sierra Club's first president. So it's a really cool hut, and you get up there and it's all stone. You go in and it's warm in there, and there's just hikers hanging out. A bunch of people doing the PCT, people doing the JMT, hanging out, swapping stories, getting to know each other, taking pictures. So that was really cool, just hanging out in there, and then took some pictures outside as well, and then headed down the other side of the pass. Kind of a difficult pass. The incline, as you would expect, but the downside of the pass was pretty difficult because of all the uneven surfaces, a few snow patches we had to maneuver through, lost the trail a couple of times, and then found it again, and weren't ever worried about not being able to get down the trail, but it just took some planning and persistence to get down, and then a lot of granite rocks we're stepping on, and so it was just a tough day. We were tired when we got here. Like I said, we just cooked and pretty much got in our tents even before dark, and I've just been doing some reading and messaging people, and but great day. We're looking forward to about 10 miles tomorrow, mostly uphill as we head toward Mather Pass. We're here at Lower Palisades Lake, day 11 of the JMT. It was a tough day. It was about a 10-mile hike. 8 of the 10 miles was uphill, including 2 miles of what they call the Golden Staircase. It's known as the toughest, most difficult 2 miles on the JMT. As you can imagine, it's a lot of stairs, and it's, I think, 1,900 feet of elevation gain in just 2 miles. So pretty intense. I'd say that was maybe the low of the day, but maybe also the high of the day, because I made it. It's behind me, and I'm feeling good about just how I was able to accomplish that. It was pretty tiring, but got through it. So we're here at this beautiful lake. You can see my tent right there, the orange one, and there's a number of tents throughout the boulders here in this lake. It's a pretty amazing spot. And the other cool thing was that we had a couple of guys that we had known, that we met a couple days ago. One yesterday, and one 2 and 3 days ago. We saw Jackson, the other guy Steve, and when we got up here to this lake, it's almost like they were waiting for us. They're like, "Oh yeah, here, come on, we found some spots for you," and because we had told them a couple days ago we were probably going to camp at this lake. So when they saw us, they showed us which sites were the best, and kind of got us settled in, and then we all had dinner together and just got to know each other a little better. Turns out we'll probably be hiking with them for the next 2 to 3 days. One guy's gonna go resupply out at a different pass, and the other guy's gonna probably take some time at some lakes. But so I don't think we'll summit Mount Whitney on the same day, but we will be with them for at least a couple of days, so that'll be cool. So yeah, a lot of good people out here, and yeah, day 11, still going strong. I feel good. My feet are outstanding, no blisters. Legs a little sore, as you'd imagine, but I feel really good, and still really enjoying this trip. Well, happy 4th of July on day 12 of the JMT. I'm sitting here at Marjorie Lake. We hiked about 13 miles today from Lower Palisades Lake. Highlight today was going over Mather Pass, 12,100 feet. Set a new record for the highest I've ever been. But again, to be broken as we head south in the next few days. There's passes that are higher than that. And then, of course, Whitney at 14,500. Looking forward to that. So I got a good campsite along this beautiful lake here. I took a swim. Oh, the water was cold. So cold. It was my 3rd swim of the trip. Definitely the coldest. I just dove in from the side. I didn't even want to try to put my toes in and my calves and my knees. I just dove in, turned around, got immediately out. But I feel clean. That's good. Did a little laundry. We hung out with Steve and Jackson again. They hike faster than us, and they also get up earlier than us. So they got here a couple hours before to this lake. So they saved us a spot. We had dinner together, so that was cool, talking to them. Let's see, Steve is from Minnesota. He's 55 years old. Jackson's from Provo, Utah, but he's currently working on his master's degree at U of A in Tucson. So some nice guys, good conversation, and we'll be camping with them again tomorrow night as we head up to Ray Lakes. So that's it. Again, happy 4th of July. Talk to you tomorrow. All right, summary of day 13. 13 was going over Pinchot Pass, which was pretty cool. We actually went from Marjorie Lake to Ray Lakes, which is just amazing. Ray Lakes is one of my favorite spots so far. But we went over Pinchot Pass to get there. I think it's 12,200 feet, but just a neat pass when you get to the top. Just the view both ways, where you came from and where you're going, was amazing. It was a long day though, man. We hiked like 15 miles today, 15, 16. And so that was long, and we were really glad to get to camp. We got to camp more like 7, which is probably the latest we have so far. And so it was, a little rush to get dinner and laundry and tent set up and everything, but the view was worth it. Ray Lakes was awesome. And probably the low light of the day is Kyle took a little fall coming downhill as we came down Pinchot Pass, and fell down forward. I had to lift him up because the bear can was so much weight over the top of his head. Mostly just scrapes and bruises on knees and shins. Nothing twisted, no knee or ankle twists, but he's feeling better now. He's pretty bruised up. We're gonna get him patched up, get him back out there for tomorrow. The other great thing about today was the suspension bridge we came across. It's the only suspension bridge on the JMT. It's just spectacular. Only one person at a time can go over. You hold on to cables on the side, and it's real wobbly, but it's a pretty cool spot there across the river. So that was neat, and we're ready for tomorrow. Hello there. I'm here at the end of day 14 of the JMT. We're camped here along Bub Creek. Nice little campsite. We got here at 3:30 after hiking about 9 or 10 miles. Pretty light day. We left Ray Lakes this morning about 9:30. Rolled in here at 3:30. We're set up really well for tomorrow. We're about 6 miles from the summit of Forester Pass. The highlight of today was going over Glen Pass. That was amazing. As we came up, most passes you just come up and go over right at the same spot. But this one you come up and then you hike along the ridge of Glen Pass, which is just below 12,000 feet. So that was pretty cool. There's like jagged rocks and everything, and you hike along the ridge and then find the trail down. And we spent 15 minutes up there talking to some people and having a snack and some water. But then headed down, and then a little bit of uphill to get to this nice spot here. So we've got some time to rest. We did laundry. We kind of went in the creek there and cleaned off, and looking forward to a big day tomorrow. Forester Pass, over 13,000 feet. So we'll get our rest and we'll hit it in the morning. All right, another summary from the tent. Day 15 was a long one. We, speaking of 15, we walked 15.9 miles. We went over Forester Pass, which is the highest pass we go over. It is 13,120 feet high. So it's the last pass. We have one more, the granddaddy of them all. We have Mount Whitney, 2 days from now. So yeah, the highlight was probably that pass. It was 5 hours of uphill, We left at 7:30 a.m., got there about 12:30, and all 5 hours of that was uphill, the last 2 being pretty steep. We got to the top, took our backpacks off, and ended up with about 8 people up there, just talking and telling, where we're from and what our trail names are, and just hanging out with them. And so that was fun at the top there. And then, and as you can imagine, quite a long downhill on the other side. But we needed to get to a decent campsite that had water, and we're set up for a pretty short day tomorrow to get to Guitar Lake. So today we went from, where were we last night? We were just on some campsite along Bub Creek, and just a place where we could get up and over Forester pretty easily. Well, it wasn't easy, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been if we were camped further away. So that's it. I'm gonna get some sleep. It's cold, I'm tired, I'm sore. See you tomorrow. All right, we're sitting here on day 16 at Guitar Lake with Mount Whitney in the background. There's Whitney. Going up there in the morning. We're 4.6 miles from the summit. Kyle's doing a little washing and cleaning of the feet, which we do every day. A little laundry, a little hygiene. But this is day 16. Yeah, we don't have to care too much about that anymore. We're going up there, and then we're going down. We're having a meal and a hot shower. Whew. So we're thinking about that a lot, but we're enjoying this lake. This is Guitar Lake. It's named that because it's shaped like a guitar. This is the body of the guitar, and then up that way is the neck. It goes up. So if you were a bird and you were looking down, it would look like a guitar. Very, very cool. So we walked about 8 miles. Pretty light day, but it was a tough one for me. I think I was still really tired from Forester Pass yesterday. I felt it in the tent last night. My muscles were sore. That was a long day yesterday. So even though it was short today, still grueling, but we got here about 2 p.m. So we got time to just kick back and put our feet in the nice cold water, have a nice meal, do some photos, some videos. We're gonna airdrop some pictures to each other and get to bed early. And then we're gonna hit it early in the morning, right, Kyle?
Cannot wait.
4 a.m., 5 a.m., something like that. We're gonna get on the trail and get up to Whitney nice and early. All right, that's it from day 16. All right, it's day 17. And I finished the John Muir Trail. The JMT ends right here at the summit of Mount Whitney. Woo! We are standing on top of Mount Whitney at 14,505 feet. It is the tallest peak, the highest peak in the lower 48. Amazing views up here. You can see all the people that are celebrating. We left Guitar Lake at 4:50 this morning. We got up here, I think, just before 9. Just an amazing time. So this is the culmination of a 17-day trip that was just epic. So many highlights. Body stayed intact. No major injuries. Not a single blister. It's just been an awesome trip. Wow. Well, we got 10 miles to hike out still to Whitney Portal, and then we hitchhike down to Lone Pine where Kyle's car is. We got a hotel room. Looking forward to a shower, restaurant food, a beer. I don't know if we'll get pizza or steak or what, but whew, it'll taste good, whatever it is. But this has just been the adventure of a lifetime. Never forget it. And that's it. Signing off. Day 17. The JMT in the books.